If you grow broccoli, cabbage, or kale, they're called brassicas. You're basically hanging a fruit buffet sign for bugs. And the worst part about the brassica pests is they don't nibble politely. They can destroy a plant fast. So today, I'm going to give you a Brassica Pest Control Plan, starting with natural methods first, and if you need, some chemicals that will cover targeted options that actually make sense. So you walk away with a clear system. The IPM, or Integrated Pest Management system, simply means you don't panic spray or spray all over the place. You do it in layers. You scout, identify, remove, block, and support beneficial insects, and only use targeted sprays when necessary. The scout properly, spend 2 minutes or twice a week checking on new leaves in the center and underside and on the edges. You're looking for yellow eggs, tiny green worms, shotgun holes, sticky leaves, clusters of bugs, and even dark green droppings because they're a key when it comes to identifying a problem. Big holes paired with green pellets usually mean cabbage worms or loopers. You want to hand pick them, check the underside of the leaf, crush those eggs, and focus on blocking adult butterflies and moths from laying eggs in the first place. If your seedlings look like they've been hit by tiny babes, that's flea beetles. Your best defense is row covers or insect netting, keeping those plants growing fast and managing weed hosts. If they're a little sticky or curled or covered in clusters, that means aphids. You can control them by spraying with water or knocking them off. You can prune the worst part of the leaves and encourage beneficial insect growth. The most effective prevention are simple but powerful. Using row covers and insect netting is essentially a cheat code for brassicas because it blocks pests from ever landing on your plants while giving them a slight frost protection early in the season, as long as the edges are sealed properly. Keeping your garden bed clean is important since leftover plant material and weeds act like a hotel for pests. You can also create beneficial insect environment by planting small flowers nearby to attract predators that naturally control pest populations. If flea beetles are a constant problem, then trap crop like mustard or bok choy can draw them away from your main plants, so you manage to pressure the pests more aggressively. When natural methods aren't enough, you move now to targeted sprays. A key rule is match the tool for the pest. For caterpillars, BT, specifically BTK, works because it's eaten by the worms and most effective when they're small. For aphids, insecticidal soap can be effective, but only if you direct contact with the pest, especially on the underside of leaves. It's best applied early morning and evening to avoid leaf burn with the sun. In more severe cases where the crop is at risk, chemical controls may be necessary, but they should be used strategically by choosing the most targeted area and rotating the methods of action when it's needed. Always follow your label, remember that. Options like spinoside or pyrin can be used in certain situations, but overuse of broad sprays can eliminate beneficial insects, leading to recurrent outbreaks of pests. So you only remember a few things. You want to make us focus on row covers, scouting twice a week, treating caterpillars while they're still small, because once they grow, it becomes a bigger problem. That's the full Brassica Pest Control system. Scout, cover, handpick, support beneficial insects, and only use targeted sprays when necessary. I'm Phil Davis. Links in the description section below will be to my Amazon store where some of the effective chemicals we talked about will be in the description so you can go and get them yourself. Thanks for watching. I hope you've learned something. And remember, learning and education is just as more important as planting seeds in the ground. I'm Phil Davis. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. Hope you got something out of this. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Most people don't need motivation, they need better information. Owning land, growing food, and becoming more self-reliant often sound complicated, mostly because they're rarely explained clearly. Ancestry Lands focuses on the practical side of independence by talking about what land ownership actually costs, what works in real backyards and small parcels. Because independence means getting freedom and security, and land just happens to do both. If you prefer planning over panic, subscribe to Ancestry Lands for information you can actually use.